am Batman. I mean, Average Sniper.
What's up, guys? Average Sniper here, and I've got some info for you on this new game called Ring of Elysium. Technically, it's in closed beta and not available in the United States, but there are some loopholes you can use to play it. If you go on YouTube and look up, how to download it, you can find some videos that walk you through it. You can also change the language to English and play it that way. So, the biggest thing I thought about this game when I first started playing it is, oh my god, this is a shameless PUBG ripoff. It is almost identical to PUBG, except, it looks a little more cartoonish. It's almost like if H1Z1 and PUBG had a baby. Some of my moderators and a lot of people were saying that in the chat, and I totally agree. Shout out to my friend who turned me onto this game, Jolie Jules. He's another YouTuber. Check out his channel in the description. Very good stuff. Now, about this game. You basically, let me tell you the premise of the game, alright? This is supposed to be happening in virtual reality. Apparently, all these people have been kidnapped, and it's an experiment. They put them in this virtual reality, they wipe their memories, and the only goal is to be the last person alive. The catch is, if you die in this virtual world, you also die in real life. Kind of like The Matrix, if you guys have ever seen The Matrix. If your mind is dead, how can your body continue to live? So, you parachute down with 60 other people. I don't know if that's just because it's a beta or if they'll add more people in later. And you go for the win. You can play in solos, duos, or squads. All the key bindings on PC are pretty much exactly the same. And as I understand it, there is a mobile version of this game as well, but not currently a console version. It's PC and mobile only. Now, I did a little bit of research, and I'm going to say up front, I'm not entirely sure how accurate this information is, because most of it I got from trying to find information on Google. I wanted to know why this game looks so similar to PUBG. Is it just a shameless copy, or is there more going on? So I did some research, and found a lot of theories out there, and kind of came up with my own theory about what I think's going on. So before I get started with that, this game is made by the same company that's already partnered with Bluehole, which is now PUBG Corp. So they're already partnered with PUBG. They're called Tencent, I believe that's the name, Tencent, and they're in charge of PUBG in China, whatever that means, and or they have the rights to PUBG China, whatever that means, and they also help design the PUBG mobile game. So for a long time, and that made me think a lot. I'm like, wow, so this is technically the same company that already has a relationship with Bluehole, the creator of PUBG. Is this part of the reason it looks so similar? And the game mechanics are almost exactly the same. But one of the things I noticed is that there's hardly any bugs. This is just a closed beta, but it's less buggy than like the current version of PUBG. And PUBG's been out for over a year now. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what is going on here? This game is almost identical. And I have a theory, and I'm going to give it to you guys. And I want to know your theories in the comments, And I also want to know whether you guys think this game looks good and how you like the gameplay and all that. But it does run very smooth. And here's my theory. When PUBG first came out, I think they wanted to sell around 1 million copies. I didn't think they expected to sell, I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's over 30 million copies sold, PC and console. Maybe even more than that. Their servers couldn't handle it. Even on the first week of release, they had so many people playing, they just didn't know what to do. And to this day, the PC servers are still laggy and filled with desync. And desync is basically when your computer doesn't have a good connection to the server, and what's happening on your screen isn't necessarily what's happening on the server. So have you ever shot somebody like 3 or 4 times, or maybe even more than that, and then got insta-killed by them? And when you watch the replay didn't look anything like what happened on your screen. That is the desync, where what you see on your screen, even though you hit them a whole bunch of times, you didn't really hit them that many times on the server. Makes it incredibly tough to play unless you magically get a very good connection to the server. Even if you have an amazing internet connection, this can still happen to you. I didn't notice any of that happening in this game. And there's a whole bunch of other bugs with PUBG. I mean, I don't even have to go into detail. If you guys are watching this video, you're probably hardcore PUBG fans, or you've been playing PUBG for a long time, and you already know about all the bugs that PUBG has. This game doesn't seem to have any of them. I mean, it's a closed beta. It's got some bugs, but it doesn't have any of the classic PUBG bugs that I was expecting. And I've told my friends for quite a while now, they ask me, do you think PUBG will ever be fully fixed and fully optimized? And I always tell them, no, I don't, because I think it's just bad programming and bad netcode. You think they would have fixed the crashes by now if they could? I mean, for God's sakes, the game still crashes on PC. It just crashed on me the other day. And no other programs or games crash on my computer. I have a really good computer, and I keep it pristine, you know. There's no reason for PUBG to crash unless it's a problem with the game itself. It still crashes on Xbox. It's been out since December. I think if they could actually fix these issues, they would be fixed already. And in my mind, I was thinking the only way to fix it would be to basically design a new game. And that's where my theory comes in. What if this is the next PUBG? What if this is the game with the netcode that we need? What if PUBG was just programmed too badly to ever fix without redesigning it? What if Bluehole doesn't want to say that they actually did help with this game or endorsed it? I don't know if that's 100% true. I don't know if there's any lawsuits out there. I don't know, but this is just my theory, so don't beat me up if I'm totally wrong. But I didn't find anything online saying that this wasn't true, you know? What if this is the next PUBG, guys? It's almost identical to PUBG. I mean, it's crazy, and it's only in the beta, and it runs so much smoother. And the same company that designed it is the same company that already owns certain rights to PUBG and is partnered with Bluehole, the company that made PUBG. So it might seem like some kind of crazy conspiracy theory, but I don't think it's that far off. I mean, if you design a game and you plan it to have 1 million players, you design it for 1 million players. You know, you're not going to make it AAA quality. But all of a sudden you get 20+ million people that buy your game, and you have servers on Steam with 1 million concurrent users, you're going to have a problem. Your servers weren't made for that. There's going to be lag, there's going to be desync, and the programming in the game probably wasn't made for that. I mean, I think, I'm not a programmer, but it seems to me that if these problems could be fixed, they would be fixed already, and if they're not, maybe it's just bad programming and they'd have to rewrite the whole game. I know I'm repeating myself here. I'm just trying to make sure everybody understands what I'm saying. This game seems like PUBG without the bugs, you know? And I'm not a fanboy. I'm not a fanboy of PUBG. I'm not a fanboy of this game. I try not to be a fanboy of any game. I'm still going to play the crap out of PUBG, man. I'm still going to upload plenty of PUBG Xbox One videos. That's not going anywhere. I've just been trialing this new game based on my friend's recommendation, and I have had an amazing experience with it. It is kind of difficult because it only has Asian servers right now, so some of the gunfights you get into, the players will bounce around. Not a problem with the netcode or desync. It's just high latency when you're playing with such a high ping to a server so far away, because I'm in North America playing on Asian servers. So yeah, what do you guys think of that? Do you think that's too far off? Do you like conspiracy theories like that? What if Bluehole comes out and admits it? Be like, yeah, we've been working on this new Battle Royale game. It's going to be just like PUBG without as many bugs. Would you guys be pissed off if that happened? If you put a lot of time and effort into PUBG, if you've been on the forums, if you've been communicating with the developers, all the problems and bugs that need to be fixed that have not been fixed yet. I mean, they keep adding things like the new Miramar map and the new closed beta jungle map Savage, but I still crash when I play PC. I still crash when I play Xbox. The frame rate on console is horrible. The PC version still needs to be optimized. I mean, my computer, I have an i7 6700K processor, 16 gigs of RAM, and a GTX 1070, and when I'm on the parachute, it can barely run 40-50 frames per second. I play any other game that's intense, Battlefield 1, for example, or this game, H1Z1. I can easily get over 100 frames per second on ultra settings, and that's what I run PUBG at, ultra settings. This game, the frame rate runs really high. It seems to run over 100 frames per second for me, and it doesn't seem to stutter. Like, I don't get a lot of frame drops in certain areas like I still do on PUBG and things like that. So I'm really enjoying this new game, but I'm very curious as to what the future of this new game is. Is it going to catch on in America? Is it ever going to come out of beta? I mean, I'm sure it is. This is all over YouTube, basically. But yeah, I just want to hear you guys' theories, and if there's anybody out there that has a definitive answer that knows this is exactly what's going on, definitely put that in the comments and, you know, provide how you know that and what the proof is, and I would really like to see that. So for now, I'm definitely having fun playing this game. I didn't feel the need to explain the gameplay that much because I figure most people watching this have probably already played PUBG, and they already know what the gameplay is like, and this gameplay is almost identical. It's not fully identical, but it almost is. It just seems like they've added some stuff to make it more smooth. The third-person aiming seems to work a lot better. I think the third-person aiming spread in PUBG is too much, you know, especially in close-quarters gunfights. This game seems to correct that. Most of the bullets seem to hit. You still have to be accurate. Obviously, if you don't have them centered on your screen, it's not just going to give you hits. But that's one of the things I like. You have the ability to be more precise. This game on console, I don't know. I haven't heard any talk about that. Only PC and mobile. But we will see what happens. So 10 kills in, and as you can see, the blue is pushing just like it does in PUBG. I see the final guy right here running sideways, get a whole bunch of hits on him. I love that this game has hit markers. You know, I love the realism of PUBG not having hit markers at first, but sometimes it's annoying because you're just not sure if you hit them or not. I like to be able to confirm, yes, I hit the guy, you know, 4 or 5 times. I can just run around the corner and destroy him with one bullet, you know, because he's hurt so bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know your comments in the comment section. Give a thumbs up if you did and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video or live stream. Later.